Shows Fun Gossip Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. So with me today, we have Kamal Ama and Carol Ann Cooper. How are you guys?
Well, thank you. Yourself?
I am good, good, good. Thank you. Good,
Good.
good.
Yeah, I'm good too. So,
Awesome, awesome.
yes.
So our topic today is the blueprint for success, designing your most productive week yet. Um, Designing a productive week requires thoughtful planning and strategy execution. So today we're going to share some step-by-step of a blueprint to help you maximize your productive and achieve your goals and efficiently. So, Carol Ann, you chose this topic. Would you like to share with the audience what was the motivation behind this, please?
Um, yes, I'm sort of trying to remember because I, it was a couple of weeks ago that I put this title together, and it was I can't actually remember what prompted it, but actually thinking about it, it's something that I really think is a great topic to look into because for me, it's like, okay, so how could I make each week my most productive yet? So what would that look like? So what is that blueprint that would give me that most productive week and help each week to be that, productive? Because am I being productive or not? I feel maybe there's another level of productivity that I could go to. So maybe there's some things that I'm not doing that I could be doing, and some things that I'm doing that I really shouldn't be doing. And I thought that would be a great place to look at. So, a productive blueprint is actually a strategic framework just for organizing yourself. So, what would go into that framework? Is what we need to look at. And maybe you've got a great framework, but one of the things we talk about maybe is missing. That might just make all the difference. That slight shift. Because it was something I discovered one day last week. I was doing a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle, and when I got to a certain point and something didn't feel right with it, I couldn't line it up. And then I realized, and I was looking for some pieces and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I'm thinking, oh, there's pieces missing from this puzzle. And then all of a sudden I got to a certain point and I went, oh, let me shift those over. And actually they go there. And all of a sudden, everything went boom, 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 boom. And all that section got done. And I'm going, oh, something wasn't in the right place. It was out of alignment. So again, maybe there's something that's out of alignment in your life, in your business, or your relationship. If you were to just reposition it, everything else would fall into place. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from. And so again, this blueprint, this productivity blueprint, maybe you've got something that's misaligned in your own blueprint that if you were to realign it, would help you to be more productive. So Kamal, what are your thoughts with this topic?
I like the alignment, and I go back to the root of things is what do you want out of your day and what do you want out of your week, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
a blueprint serves no purpose if you don't have a set goal or a set of goals. And if you don't have a purpose for each goal, then the blueprint and the goals are useless. So it's kind of like a vicious circle, I believe. Um, and there are definitely plenty of information out there on books and coaches and psychologists and plenty of people speaking about how to create a productive week. I do still strongly believe that each person will only see the benefit of that productivity based on what kind of productivity they want out of it. Um, you can divide your week into the productivity and the goals that you want to set You can divide each day depending on what you supposedly do at work, at home, etc., depending on your hobbies, depending on your leisure time. It all revolves around individuality and how you see what you basically want out of a high productivity week. And there are many things that you can add onto your productive week to improve it on a weekly basis. One of the things, obviously, that are important when it comes to personal development is that there is no competition with other people. It's rather a competition with yourself, and that competition is based on today, this is what I did. How can I become a better person tomorrow? And so on and so forth. And as long as we have that in mind and we have that, most importantly, flexibility and adaptability available for us, that's when we can make things happen and create changes. Because to create a productive week and then improve on it next week, you must be able to adjust. You must be able to prioritize and be flexible and change and readjust. And in a sense, it is a trial and error until you find what functions for you the first week, and so make it function the next week and then change it accordingly. So that's how I see a productive week in a sense.
That makes total sense, because you do need to have a purpose and goals, because otherwise what's going to get you up and going? It's okay saying, well, I'm going to do this and this, but for what purpose? If you don't have a purpose, your whole being goes, oh, okay, yep, great plan.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. But I've got, as a lovely, plans are nothing, planning is everything, Dwight Eisenhower. So you can have the plans, but it's the planning and it's actually executing the plans, isn't it? That's important, and that then gets you moving. So, and key is your goals, your purpose, but also, as one of the things you said, and I made a note here, is your priorities. What is it that's priority for you right now? You might have some great goals, but what right now is your priority? And it's okay to keep track of your goals and clear what it is you want, and to have some big ones, but break them down into smaller steps. And what's a priority right now that would have you move closer to that bigger goal? So sort of little bite-sized chunks is really what's important. And I love what you said about what productivity do you want?
Yes.
I can get my mouth around that. That really, yeah. What is it you want to accomplish this week?
I mean, that's the thing. Everybody says they want to be productive, but like, what does it mean to be productive? How do you see it?
Yeah. What does it look like?
Yeah.
What would it be like for you? Not for somebody else, because everybody, as you said, is individual. They've got their own agenda and what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would that productivity look like? And what would it look like compared to last week? I love that. You're comparing yourself to yourself and to your previous weeks. And that's really where the comparison actually helps you.
Yeah. Definitely.
You compare yourself to other people, compare to despair. It's a great quote I heard. Because you'll be focusing on what other people are achieving that you're not.
Yeah.
And it's like you then start putting yourself down, you feel depressed, and that's where you go down in that downward loop. So compare yourself to what you did last week. It's that review. Okay, I did this, and celebrate what you managed to achieve. That's a key one. Put in your blueprint. Celebration. How are you going to celebrate when you achieve, milestones? And maybe make a list of ways to celebrate, because that's one thing I don't do very well. And maybe if I actually created a list of ways to celebrate, rather than having to think of them in the moment, I could then pick and choose, and it maybe something I would actually get around to doing. So yeah, create a list of ways you could celebrate, and then actually put that in your plan.
Yeah,
That's so important.
I like that list of celebration, and of course we're not talking and going and having a pint with the mates. We're talking about a proper celebration for yourself, something that you have, let's say in your week you've denied yourself, I don't know, chocolate. Then at the end of the week, you could get yourself a nice 70% plus bar of chocolate. And I'm saying 70% because anybody that eats any chocolate less than that, that's not chocolate. My grandmother's Swiss, I know. No, it's the health benefits as well. Okay. How are you going to celebrate? What can you afford to give yourself as a reward for achieving the goals that you set this week, right? So I like that list of rewards. It's important. And like as you mentioned, it's one of the worst things we as humans do for ourselves is celebrate ourselves, or um like my mentor used to say, be kind to yourself. And that's that kindness that you have to show yourself, accepting that, okay, this week wasn't what you expected. However, there are still winning moments in it. You deserve to appreciate and celebrate these wins. It's not about, again, fail doesn't exist. Fail, first attempt in learning.
Yeah.
You can fail many times and as many times as you want to. It doesn't make a difference. As long as you have that improvement mentality and that moving forward mentality, that's what counts.
Namsa, what would you like to say here?
Productivity. I like when Kamal said, what productivity do you want out of it? I think it's very, very important to actually, when you say I'm going to have a productive work, for me, it's all about, I just create goals, and I don't think about I need to have a productive week. It's for me every day. I just write my goals, and as I finish, I have to tick what I've done, everything. I've got to complete things. So if I don't complete what I said I will complete, I can't move on to another task. So once I move on to whatever, I finish my task, and then I celebrate by relaxing and having some me time on the sofa, because I don't get to do that very often unless if I'm sitting down with my family. So once I do everything, I just sit down and I go to the kitchen and see if there's anything that I can eat. If there's fruits, I just I just take everything, fruits, crisps, whatever is healthy that is in the kitchen, and I sit down because I don't get to do it if I have not finished my goals. So I can't have a break. So once I finish, I have a break. Mostly by 12 o'clock, I think by 4 o'clock, I'm finished whatever I said I would do. And then after that, I'm replying emails and making phone calls. So I love doing that, but I have to finish what I said I will do. And I like it, come out when you say life, you have to have a purpose in life. It's very, very important to actually to have a purpose in life and sort of have a goal. And I was watching, like, on my profile is so big and no one is watching my videos, and I'm having these people messaging me on on my messenger, and they're asking me what do I do, and I said to them, what's your goal? I was like, tell me your goal when you add somebody to your profile. What comes into your mind when you actually add me to your profile and say, do you check my profile or do you just add me as your number? And these people, all of them, they're not being able to reply to me. So I think my goal now is when somebody is trying to disturb me on Messenger, is to get them to watch my videos. That's my goal as from today. It was like, okay, my goal is to annoy these people that want to follow me. And mostly it's like these men, like I get 100 profile requests a day. And I was like, they're not watching my video. I'm adding them because I don't add everybody. I just add like people who have their business like me on the and others that like send me a message saying, Nomsa, could you please add me on your profile? I like to watch your videos on your profile. So I add them, but they are not watching my video. So I was like, I get 23 views, but I've got 19,000 people following me. It's got to change. That's my goal, come out, my purpose now. And I was talking to them this morning, and I was like, you're asking me what I do for a living. I was like, if I was to speak to you now, when you send me a message, I go check your profile. I already know what you do for work based on what is on your profile and based on what you post. And then I have to confirm it and say, well done, the hard work. And it was like, but you don't know what I do. So I was like, you are not following me for following, you're following me to sell me something. So I was like, no talking. So that's my goal, guys, to get people watching my videos this week.
All right, so this week you want to be more productive into, and please use it in this is the positive term because it doesn't have any negative connotation unless we
Yeah.
use it. You want to be more productive in manipulating people to watching your videos.
Instead of disturbing me, they're disturbing me. On my profile, it says what I do. I've got links of all my social media is very, very clear. Anyone that sent me messages on LinkedIn,
so you
they're
want
like,
to be more productive by spreading your word out.
Yeah, spreading my words.
Yeah, good.
You want to annoy me? I'm like, I'm not looking for boyfriend here. If you are following me, you will know that I'm married if you check my profile. And they are looking to chat me up, and I'm not looking for anybody to chat me up. Watch my video. So I'm just going to be annoying, and I'll say, watch my video. And I'll support you with your post. That's fair enough, guys, is it? So I'm getting productive this week and doing that.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
I love it. Directing people to your videos.
Oh yeah,
thank you for commenting. Thank you for connecting with me. Please go and watch my video.
Yeah, nice, otherwise positive, there's no point in having 19,000 people who are just there not doing anything.
I think one of the key things that you were saying is actually before being disciplined. It's having that as Kamal, you were saying it's mindset. You have an improvement mindset, a growth mindset, but you also have a mindset that's willing to shift and change, but has discipline and focus. So how can you develop discipline if you don't have it? Recognize when you're not disciplined, and actually, what is it going to take for you to be more disciplined? And just sit with that question. And if there's something there for you around being disciplined, maybe there's a belief that you have about being disciplined that you find yourself going, no, don't want like that. Then look into that. Maybe do some tapping on that or dive a bit deeper. Where does that come from? Is that something that got programmed, as a child? See where that comes from and then clear that out. And, we're here to support you with things like that. So get in touch if you need some support, but maybe just doing some tapping around it, the emotional freedom technique, maybe just tapping on the top of the head. So sometimes you just only need to tap some of the points because they help with the emotion that's connected with it. And when you can release the emotion that's connected, that holds you back, that helps you to breathe and move forward. Maybe just doing some breathing techniques as you're thinking about being more disciplined in that. Are you holding your breath? Is there can't do that. Breathe. Feel your body move. And go, okay, what's it going to take for me to be more disciplined? What is it that's stopping me? What's my thoughts? Write them down. Look at them.
I think maybe
Yeah,
even the word
yeah,
discipline can be daring, can be scary for a lot of people. And instead of calling it, I want to discipline myself, I want to be disciplined, just say I want to
yeah,
create a new habit. It's simple, right? Change your
yeah.
communication towards yourself.
Mm,
Habits are the easiest way to get some sort of discipline in your life. New habits as well, they take a little bit to implement. Um, one of the easiest things, and this is done by all successful people. Um, People wake up very early. They wake up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, right? I wake up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning. I make my own coffee for me before the kids wake up. My kids wake up at 7. So I wake up at 6 to make my coffee, to sit down with my coffee, have a read, relax, enjoy the coffee, read a little bit, whatever I'm reading, meditate sometimes. I have my hour for me. Do a little bit of stretching because I have a goal by the end of the year. Um, so I have to do stretching every day, a little bit of exercising, and then I can start preparing the breakfast for the kids, right? They get up, they do their morning routines, they have breakfast. I don't have breakfast. I'm still, for 2.5 years now, I'm still in the habit of my intermittent fasting. I eat once a day between 7 and 8 p.m. That's it. I don't munch during the day. I don't, there's water and that's it. And one coffee in the morning. That's it. So I'm used to it now. It doesn't feel odd. It doesn't feel strange. Um, Kids have breakfast. I prepare their sandwiches and we're ready. And we still have 30 to 20 minutes to spend time together. We sit around, we joke, we chat, we play some games for 20 minutes before leaving for school. So we have a little bit of us time before work and school. So if you can implement these small things in your daily routines, the the day becomes suddenly much longer. And people always complain about, oh, there's not enough time. There's always time. There's always time. It's just how you're prioritizing things, how you're setting up your day. You wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you do your stuff in half an hour, 45 minutes. You still have until, I don't know, 8:30 till you go to work. That's a lot of time. Obviously, if you're commuting, it's a different story. Wake up a little bit earlier, go to bed a little bit earlier, sleep less if you have to. But there's time. There's so much time wasted during the day because of sitting on a bloody phone, watching nonsense on the TV instead of grabbing a book and prioritizing some, maybe sitting with the kids and finding ideas, how their day is going at school, how their week is going. Um, I don't know, time to do lots of things, hobbies, leisure, setting goals, planning. There's so much time, and people complain, no, there's not enough time. I don't accept that. I don't accept, but somebody tells me there's not enough time, and not happening. Two kids, work, master's degree, karate school, clienting, coaching. I was doing that all in 1 year or 2 years. I had plenty of time for myself, and I still had time to play on my computer, my games, and chat with my friends on a daily basis, chat with my mom on a daily basis. How can you tell me there's no time?
absolutely. I love what you're saying there because actually you have time for what you choose for, what you want to do.
That's it.
And so it would be looking at, well, what do you spend your time doing that actually has you say, I don't have time
Mhm.
for, being productive. And I was very aware that I was giving plenty of time to sitting and watching the telly, you know, 2 or 3 hours and gone, and then the day's gone, and it's like, oh, I haven't really got much time. And that's how it felt. Well, now the telly's been done away with virtually, and it's like, yeah, I set I set that intention. I wasn't able to sort of somehow seem to do it, but the universe decided, and my daughter's now cancelled a lot of the stuff, and it's like, okay, I can't watch what I used to watch. It's, okay, let me get on. So it is, what do you spend your time doing? Because as you say, Kamal, we've all got the same set hours, you know, same number of days or hours in a day, days in a week, weeks in a month, and it's how do you prioritize that time? And you were saying something about habits, and there's a great quote from James Clear that I love. I discovered it Sunday, and it's, new goals don't deliver new results. New lifestyles do. And a lifestyle is a process, not an outcome. For this reason, all of your energy should go into building better habits, not chasing better results. And I just thought that was a really great way of thinking about it. And it's what we're saying here. It's creating those better habits would help. And again, maybe think about, what is the lifestyle you want? Have you got the lifestyle that you really dream of, that, or that you feel that you want? Is the lifestyle you have, if you feel into it, is this really what you want? Or is there something different? So maybe spend some time on picturing or writing out or feeling into, what is the lifestyle you want? And then look at, well, what are my habits? What habits do I need to change or do that would help me to achieve that lifestyle? And again, it's about being able to change tactics. And I think somebody said something there, but I again, that was something else I learned doing this jigsaw puzzle last week. I got to a certain point where I was searching through, most of it was done, but I had a lot of pieces still left. And the way I sort of sorted them, I was having to look through all of them to get what I wanted. And it wasn't working. And in the end, I went, okay, let me resort these pieces. So I resorted each piece into shape. What shape were they? And, you know, how many prongs out and pieces in, and where were they on the piece, and sorted it that way. So then I could look at the where I was wanting to put a piece and go, oh, and I could just look at those particular shapes and go, there it is. And all of a sudden, once again, things started falling into place much more quickly, because I wasn't searching through all of them to find it and keep missing it, you know. So
yeah,
again,
that's and you're applying
to resort.
You're applying a tactic, which, I mean, jigsaw puzzle. I mean, when you said 500, I was like, easy peasy. That just takes an hour, or less. I love jigsaw puzzles. So for me, it's like, I used to do those 500 and 1000. I would make them. It's done, and then I would remove them, throw the picture away, and then do it from memory. I used to love them. But this is what you were explaining here. There's Jack Ma, the creator of Alibaba or AliExpress. He said, if you're chasing, what was it? If you're chasing 9 rabbits. No, if there are 9 rabbits on the ground and you want to catch one, just focus on one. And that's exactly what you did. You put the focus into the areas, right? All the corners here, all the edges here, all the ones with 2 edges here, all the ones with 3 edges here, all the ones with the 3 sticks, no sticks, and you put them in shapes together. It makes it much easier to finish the jigsaw puzzle. And I think this is our life. Our life is a jigsaw puzzle, and we're not even halfway, depending on where you are in your life, you're not even halfway through it. You're only seeing it from that piece perspective. You can't see the rest that has been created. And it all depends on what you want to create in that image later on, where you start putting in the pieces that you want by being productive, by chasing only one rabbit, by chasing only one piece of the puzzle at a time.
Yeah. I love what you just said, actually, about, because for me, a 500 piece was a bit more challenging. I I'm happy with sort of 100 and then 200, then 300. And now I'm going, right, okay, 500. And actually the last one I've just done only took me a day, and I'm going,
Yeah.
that was quick. But again, I shifted, I noticed I changed tactics with that as well. And actually the picture, when I first looked at it, I remember thinking, oh my God, this is a bit complicated. This is going to take me ages. But actually it didn't. Because I'm more focused in different ways, and
Mm.
I'm able to see things more clearly. It's getting quicker. So I love what you said about maybe now put the picture away. Where does this piece go? Oh, there it goes, and did it, you know? Maybe attempt them again without the picture, because that's another step again. So I might look at that at some
It's a,
point.
it's a nice practice for the brain. It's an amazing, like the
Yeah.
500 ones, I used to do them very easily when I was a teenager, and then I moved on to like 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Like I
gosh.
love these big masterpieces. Um,
Yeah.
I think the my record was finishing a 10,000 piece in a week or 2
Wow.
weeks during like 2, 3
Yeah.
hours per night, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's
But
that.
I've realized that I'm really focused on it. I'm happy to sit for a few hours at a time, just and it's like something holds me there. It's like, oh, I better go,
That's
no,
it.
no, oh, next piece, next piece. And I want to be able to put all of that focus that I have and enjoyment of doing a jigsaw puzzle into being productive. So again, I've got that awareness.
That's it. Yeah,
It
right.
feels like what it's like and what I'm not like, that's causing my lack of the productivity that I would like to have. So again, I'm going to map
I
those
think
two
what
across.
you're pointing, like you're pointing at something that's very key here, and you've explained it. You've said it in a very simple sentence. I'm enjoying my jigsaw puzzle. And what is it that you're not enjoying, that you're wasting time on trying, and I'm saying trying to be productive? You will not, because you're not enjoying it. And
Mm.
so this is my perspective from an ADHDer. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to be productive. And so what can I do that I can enjoy, that can make or let life be more productive for me in the areas?
Mm.
And so enjoyment is key in a sense. Yes, sometimes we have to do things. I don't like the word have to, but sometimes we do things that are not very enjoyable. And yet there's a way to get some sort of joy out of it, right? A simple thing. I do not like washing the floor and hoovering and cleaning up, because I had, like, my mom, like Swiss German, so it was the army style at home with discipline and organization and all that. I've got a trauma, poor me. No, this is just for my mom. Uh, so, and on top of that, ADHD, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work that way. And so, funny thing, now in my new flat here, I bought myself a Hoover that I like. A Hoover, it's like one of those stand Hoovers. It's cordless, it's rechargeable. And now it's enjoyable because I don't have to drag this massive thing behind me all the time and find the cable and pull the cable. This, I'm just going around with it. And I finish my flat in 5, 10 minutes and I'm done. So I find joy in it now because it's like, I can do it quickly. And so going from washing and cleaning and hoovering the house, let's say hoovering the house, I don't know, 2 times per month or maybe once a month, I'm hoovering maybe twice per week now. And I don't need to hoover it twice a week. It's not dusty. It's just because I enjoy that hoover,
Yeah.
right? The dishes. I don't like doing dishes. I have a dishwasher, but I get tired of just like packing everything and then unpacking everything. It's like it's heavy for me. And so what joy do I find? I find joy in cooking. And so for me to cook, be able to cook.
Kayla, what do you want?
We can hear
Nomsa,
you,
speak to
Nomsa.
somebody. Yeah, you're on. Everybody can hear you. So I find joy in cooking for my kids. And for me, for my kids to enjoy the food, I need to clear up things. So I clear up things and I put things where they're supposed to be so that I have a clear cutting area. And I start enjoying doing the enjoyable part, most enjoyable part, which is cooking, right? I get the kids to help me out. Can you pass me the stuff? And it's like down here and I put it there. It's like, one of you come, give me the stuff. And then I have fun doing it with the kids. So, and that for me is the key of productivity, is finding joy in the small things that you're doing, or what kind of joy do you want out of it? I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like waking up early. I now enjoy waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to have 1 hour for myself where I can read, enjoy my coffee. And I'm sitting having a coffee that I made, and I'm enjoying the smell, the aroma, the taste in my mouth. I'm enjoying just being there, having that coffee with nothing at all, complete silence around me, no music, nothing, and reading a book. Couple of pages. Don't have to read a lot, just a couple of pages. 1 chapter, less than a chapter, but 1 paragraph. Whatever works for you. Start slowly. And then it starts becoming something enjoyable and it becomes a habit. Stretch out in the morning, do meditation if you like it. Find it. I believe that this first hour of the day is crucial to finding productivity and joy in your day. If you figure out what it is that you want to spend that first hour doing to make the rest of the day enjoyable, then you've got the key to your own kingdom here, the key to your kingdom of productivity. Because once that starts, your day will be a blast. And then you've got to smile the whole day and nothing can push you around. That's my belief, at least.
I love that. The key to your kingdom.
The key to your productivity kingdom, yeah.
Yeah. Your productivity kingdom. Awesome. Yeah. So for you, it's the first hour of the day. So somebody else could say to them, well, what would be my key to my productivity kingdom? What's that one thing that I could do that would be that key that would set me off on the right track for the day? And for some people that don't get up early, how can you get up at what time you get up, but not making it wrong because you hear everyone else gets up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and all you can do is maybe get up at 10 o'clock. So if that's your time, how can you make that work for you? This is the key, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
It's that and what I'm hearing is it's that first hour that when you do get up sets you up for the rest of the day, because it creates that mindset. You enjoy that hour. You enjoy setting yourself up for the day, and it's like, okay, so whenever that hour is, what could I be doing, and when would it be? And then there's your key to your productivity kingdom. Whoa, love that phrase.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue, but it's there you go. You quoted me.
It sings to me, actually. It sings to me. What about you, Nonso? What's coming up for you in all of this conversation that we've been having?
I'm getting lost because you guys have been wobbling on, so I got lost.
We're still talking about how to make a productivity.
Yeah, I got lost because I can't comment. I think you guys have been talking since past, so I got lost. So what I had was Carol Ann with the breathing exercises. And breathing exercises, we're talking about it, me and my friend yesterday. They're very, very important. They actually help you to actually, even when you're stressed, you're able to do, if you do them, you are able to control your stress and communicate with your body, which is I love that. And Kamal fasting, I like it. Everybody's fasting now. What about the women? Why, Carol Ann, when are you going to start fasting?
It's a good question. I started thinking about that. Yes, I heard someone about it. I'm going,
what time do you fast, Kamal? Can't hear you.
Can't.
Oh yeah, I muted myself. I fast the whole day. I just drink water the whole day, and I eat once per day between 7 or 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 in the evening.
You eat once a day, every
Just once,
day.
just once a day, every day, and on weekends when I have the kids, we have a blast and we can have some
How long are you fasting for?
2.5 years now.
Eh?
Gosh.
2.5 years.
You've been fasting for 2.5 years.
Yes. Like intermittent fasting, not fasting 2.5 years. I'd die.
No, I'm asking because I'm fasting as well. So I'm asking
What fasting? Are you
how.
doing intermittent fasting or what kind of fasting are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just doing my Christian fasting where I eat basically no water, nothing from midnight to 3 p.m. And then from that time, I have my free time. From 3 p.m., I have free time to eat whatever I want till midnight. I have to eat healthy anyway if I'm fasting for. I'm
You
fasting.
see, you're still not gaining out of the benefit of fasting because fasting's benefit is for your body to recuperate and to your body to digest everything. And
Oh,
so for your body to
I'm
digest,
gaining
you shouldn't
something.
actually
I'm gaining
healthily,
something.
you shouldn't eat after 8 p.m.
Oh no, I'm not fasting for my body to be like you're fasting for your body. Me, I'm not fasting for your body, my body. I'm fasting for God. I'm praying and fasting.
I get it. The same thing is for the Islamic
But I
fast.
can't eat after 8 p.m. anyway. I just drink water because
Yeah.
I have to have 2 liters in my body. So I can't eat after 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. because that would be bedtime.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is between that time I can eat if I wanted to, or after 8 p.m. I can have hot chocolate, I can have fruits until before midnight. But I just eat that time, normal time like everybody else. But from 3 p.m. basically I eat and then I fast. But I am before I used to do the dry fast, but now because I'm fasting for 2 years and 9 months, so I can't do, I have to eat properly and
Yeah.
I have to monitor my body. And I've seen the big different even with my attitude, the things do change. So those are the things that I'm fasting for. I'm just fasting to connect with God and to just to bring out my intelligence and everything. But
Well, so
I've
you see, fasting is actually very healthy for the productivity because what happens as well is that the signals from the stomach to the brain of being hungry instead of like having signals all the
yeah,
time,
it
they stop.
changes.
After a couple of days, they stop, and that energy is used in your brain for something completely different than keep telling yourself, "I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry." So that's one of the reasons why it's once you start fasting, after the second day, you don't think about food at all. So
So
that
is
helps
that
with
from 8
productivity.
p.m. till when?
So intermittent fasting is technically eating 6 hours, between 6 to 7 hours per day. So you have a breakfast at like 12-ish, and then you have a tiny snack midday, which is some nuts and some nuts basically. And then at night around 6, 7, you have your dinner, and that's it. That's all you eat. You don't really eat a lot of calories, but once you stop eating at 8 o'clock, your body has time to recuperate until 12, right? Everything is properly digested. No food, no veggies, no fruits until then. And midday, you can have a fruit, you can have eggs, you can have a salad, you can have a fruit, right? I don't just it stops you as well from the munchies. A lot of people have munch at night because while they're relaxing in front of the TV, they get chips, they get, I don't know, coffees and teas and biscuits and whatnot. And that prevents you from these munchies, which are the bad things for your body, which are the things that like don't help your body relax. I did the an extreme version of the intermittent fasting, which is only eating once a day. but I eat a proper portion, right? I eat vegetables, I have carbs, and I have protein. And I quit bread, kind of. I don't eat bread at all anymore because I don't have breakfast. I don't have lunch. So
you get to eat bread without yeast. Is that yeast?
It doesn't matter, but bread either way is not good for you. So I don't eat bread anymore. And so with one meal, approximately around 2,000 calories, 2005, which is what my body needs. I'm losing all the excessive fat that is not necessary. My body's healthy. I'm breathing, I'm walking, I'm training better. It's a completely different perspective, and I'm productive in my day. Because I don't.
But there's a reason why you have to eat bread.
No, you don't have to do anything. Bread is not healthy for the body.
If you're fasting,
milk is not healthy for the body.
If you can eat bread without yeast, which is health. But there is a reason why you have to eat bread every day if you're fasting. Ask me in 6 months' time. I'll tell you. I'm fasting, but I just do everything that whatever the Bible says. And you've been fasting for 2 years, 2.5 years. I've been fasting. I've always fasted like 2 days a week or 3 days a week. But this time, I've started fasting like every day just in January. That is how many months now? We're in 6 months' time. And I've started seeing the improvement blessing-wise. Like people just give me money that I did not ask for. But you have to eat bread. You have to eat bread. Because bread is a blessing. So if you're fasting, you want to connect, but you're fasting for health anyway, for your body, which is good. That is your fast. But for me, the fasting that I'm doing, I just followed the Bible, the scriptures. And last week I had a meeting with a guy. I nearly canceled his meeting, and we sat there, and he was like, "Oh, Nomsa, if you sign the contract today, I will give you like 1 year of HR." So they want to do my HR, everything to do with the HR within the company. So it was like, if you sign your contract today, I will give you 1 year free. And I was like, did I just hear you saying you give me 1 year free? And they was like, yeah, I'll give you 1 year free if we sign it now. And you mean I start paying next year? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, are you being serious? And he's not the only one. Everybody that I go, anything to do with the company, they're like, we'll give you this for free. If I sign up to any subscription or anything that I had, even if it's £500 a month or £200 a month, they'll call me and say, why have you canceled it? I'm like, I can't afford it. And they're like, 1 year, okay, we'll give you 1 year. So I was like, what is this with this 1 year? Since I've started fasting, everyone is giving me 1 year for free, 1 year for free.
And see, so let's translate that in productivity, right? And what you're saying here is that you decided to be productive with your fasting and canceling, for instance, subscriptions that are going to cost you and all of that. And what happened? You would get a call back and you would get longer period of time. So you're being productive even by calling the companies that are going to charge.
Oh, I'm not calling nobody. I just go and cancel subscription online.
Not calling, but that's still a call.
You're communicating.
Still a connection.
You're communicating.
Yeah.
It's a communication system. And so you're communicating better. You are being productive in your communication, right? And that's the whole idea of what we're talking about, right, Nomsa, today, right, Caroline? That being productive in the areas of your life. Yeah.
Yeah, what is happening basically, because I've had these pastors saying people giving them things for free, and I was like, okay. And now that I'm fasting, I'm praying to God and saying, God, I don't want to be somebody who goes online and teaching people and I'm broke. I need some changes. And he's actually making some changes. It was like, this is very, very interesting. Honestly, is actually making some changes for me. Sometimes I don't have to pay for things. Like there's so many things. Like Sai is my coach. He did something the other day, and then he asked me to do something, and then I do it. And then he comes back again. I gave my mom like a big present. And he comes back, the money that I had to close my eyes and buy my mom a present. And then he says, Nomsa, do this for me. And if you do that, I would send you the money into your bank account, this much. I was like, he's giving me back the money that I bought a present for my mom. And I was like, God, what's going on? But whatever, God, you're doing, I'm loving it. Honestly, since I have started fasting, everything that I do, like if it's a sacrificial things, that money comes back. It comes back like if I do it or and then I just pray and just give, or if I give something, that certain amount it comes back again, but it being given for free. So I was like, I'm just enjoying this, but I'm not fasting for money. I'm not fasting for anything. I'm just saying to God, I do not want to be broke anymore. I need to be somebody who gives, buy houses for people for free. So could you please bless me? That's the point of my fasting. I'm not fasting. And my friend was here yesterday. He goes, Nomsa, you're actually looking good. And I was like, why is it everybody saying I'm looking good? So I took I said to her, look at my size. I'm still wearing the same clothes. But everybody's telling me my weight is changing, but my weight is not changing. I'm still wearing size 14, honestly. And she was here in person yesterday. She's seen my pictures and she tells me, I was like, the only thing that I have changed is the prayer and fasting. I'm just cleansing my life because my life has been in a stagnancy for a very long time. That's my productive, I think, for this year, productivity for this year. That's what I'm doing. So Nick Motishka, I'm loving Kamau's attitude. Nick Motishka as well, he joined us on fasting. I wonder, when are these women going to join us, Kamau? What do you think?
When people are ready to do whatever they want to be productive with, there will be there. This is why we're here, right? I mean, we're closing in on the end of our talk, but this is why we're here, so that we can provide motivation, provide accountability, and once what is the saying? When the student is ready, the master shall appear, and this is it, right? People, when they're ready, they will seek out the help that they
And that's why, Kamau, you always look the same. You don't change, actually. That's why now I'm realizing, actually. You always look the same. You don't change.
Why would I change? People look at me and say, like, you haven't changed in like 15, 20 years. I was like, why would I change?
No.
I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm enjoying my day, I'm taking care of myself, and I relax and I play games and I'm a teenager in my head. Like,
That's the secret about fasting, Kero Adi. Anyway, Kamau has been keeping you always happy. You become really a happy person.
I'm already a happy person with what I'm doing.
Know,
and
but
I'm
you
hearing
can't do
is
the you can't
there
do
can
you
be another level of maybe happiness that I could do. And I think this is one of the keys, is actually constantly reviewing where you're at.
Yeah.
And where would you like to be? I'm actually there's somebody I know, she's training in a breathing technique called Buteyko breathing, and she's wanting some case studies. So I said, okay. And I had a session with her yesterday, and it's interesting. I'm realizing, okay, there's another level of breathing that I can be doing, a different, to improve the oxygen flow in my body, or the uptake of carbon dioxide, isn't it? That helps. And she's talking things. I'm going, oh, okay, I need to listen to it more and breathe that in. But it's about breathing and being able to be more productive in that respect, which will help my body, which will give me the energy, the better sleep, and more energy. Get up, and maybe I can start getting up earlier in the morning, because I'll be waking up, because I'll be fully refreshed, having had a good night's sleep. Who knows? But it's about reviewing where you're at and where would you like to be, and what isn't maybe working for you. And I've got a friend who's always talking about fasting, and she does different fasts. And I thought about looking into it. Maybe I start looking into it again. We'll see.
You can't
But at
do
the
the
moment I
Kamal
have,
one, Carol Ann. You've been in a hospital. You need to make sure you eat healthy. You,
yeah, I will look into what my body needs, and I will ask my body, and I will look into it. So yeah, thank you. I realize that, but I've also put on quite a lot of weight again, and I'm going, I don't want any more. And although it's nowhere near what I was before, but there's an element of me going, is my body afraid? You know, is it going, well, where's all that weight gone? And it's like, is it trying to put it back on again? I don't know. And so I'm just working with my body and just just working that way. So getting to know my body in a different way and allowing it to be different, and to know that actually there's a whole different level of healthiness and fitness that it can get to, that even though years ago I was pretty healthy and fit, I could probably have been even fitter. I'm just becoming aware of that. So fasting is on my radar, and it's something I'll look into, and if my body wants it, it will choose which one I want to do and how it fits in with what I know, because I'm also thinking about the fact, to do with my Touch for Health training, the cycle of when the organs are actually working, which is when actually breakfast is a really important one, because your stomach is actually working at that time. So is it important to have breakfast then or not? So I'm listening to what you're saying, and then I'll fit it in with what I've sort of
It's very,
trained in
look,
already.
fasting is very individual, and there are different types of fasting. There are different methods. Like you, as you're saying, you have to listen to your own body, to your doctors and your health, to figure it out. Yeah.
So I think one of the things I just like to leave people with is, challenges arise, distractions arise. How can you deal with that? There's always the unexpected interruption that happens. No matter how well you plan, if something comes and knocks, it's always that, well, best laid plans, isn't it? It can always go amiss. So things like having a dedicated workspace, make sure you've got your own workspace. There is something called the Pomodoro technique, where you just work for 25 minutes, have a break, work for 25 minutes, have a break. And so maybe have a look into that. And then put on, perhaps block things. I think there's things called website blockers, or stop the notifications coming up on your phone with Facebook and that, so that there's not that flashing that goes on that can distract you. And just embrace a flexible mindset. Things happen. If you rigidly go, no, it has to be this way, then you're just stuck. Whereas if you go, okay, it's not what I planned, but how can I now deal with this? And that flexibility will help you to then move forward. So, and then just one other thing is categorize your tasks. I think this is a really great thing, is 4 quadrants. You've got urgent and important in one quadrant. You've got important, but not urgent. You've got urgent, but not important. And then you've got neither urgent or important.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
Classify the jobs, the tasks, and then focus on the urgent and important. So that's where I'd like to leave people with. Oh, sorry, there's one quote. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. Paul Meyer. I just thought that was quite interesting. So what would you like to leave people with, Kamal?
Well, I mean, you've summed it all up. I will give you my 2 cents. In the morning, this phone, don't touch it. When you wake up, leave it, ignore it. Take you time, have you time, that first hour for yourself, whatever time you wake up, be it 9, 10, 12, 6, 5 o'clock. Just ignore that phone for the first hour and do everything else for yourself. Remember, it's you time to begin with. It's all about the enjoyment in your productivity. And what does productivity mean? Well, according to Kafka, productivity is being able to do something that you've never done before. So what is it that you couldn't do that you would like to do and enjoy it at the same time? That's for me.
For me, is have an accountability partner if you can. That's really, really important. And for me, I get help with my coaches set up all the people that are who coaches we have. We are in school, school up. So what we do is we have tasks that we have to complete each week, or sometimes I've just seen there's a part for me where I can write my assignment, what I need to do, like in the week, create my goals. So I'm gonna start doing that. So just do like what Kamal says, when you get up in the morning, don't touch your phone. Me, I touch my phone just because my mom is in Africa. I look at my mom's messages. If there are no messages, that means she's okay. So I always check her first if she is okay. If she hasn't sent me messages, that means she's good. So I don't send her messages. I continue with my prayer and my meditation, whatever I do in the morning until I take the kids to school and then go to work. So whatever that works for you, but for me with my plans, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the productivity, but my plans never always go to the plan. What I've written down, it always changes in the day. So depending with who wants me, who needs me, who need what. So it always changes. Or sometimes I have to give people. Kamau is one of the people that he helps me with the task. Sometimes if I have some things that needs to be done, he is very, very good in that. If I ask him to do it, he just helps me out. So just seek support as well. If you do need support, it's very, very important. If you can't do it on your own, don't feel that you have to do it to seek support. And also don't compare yourself with anybody. Because you see people on social media, some people they compare themselves with their friends, and that's no good. So try to do that. I see me and Kamau, me and Kamau, we need to chat about our fasting. I need to teach him something. With Ngozi talk shows. Now I know that there's somebody who is fasting. Ngozi talk shows has to change because he needs to link himself with me to Ngozi talk shows, so we can bring good energy so things can change. I didn't realize, Kamau, you were fasting, but I think because I'm looking for people, but I think you just said it today for me to know, because I've been asking God, and I even ask people in church, and nobody wants to fast. People want change, but they don't want to fast. So I think we need to sit down and talk manifesting properly. So thank you so much for revealing about your fast. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Jesus. Otherwise, he's been fasting for 2 years and I didn't know anything about it. So yeah, we need to talk about. So
I've said it so many times. This is absurd. Never mind.
No, it's just me who's always talking about my fasting, not you.
I've heard him speak. I've heard you speak. I've heard Kamal speak about fasting.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I've never had him say. When I'm doing live, actually, we've never really chatted a lot. I think it's just today has been really relaxed. Normally, he's very productive at Ngozi talk shows when he's doing the talk. Yeah, today I think is where he's been relaxed. So yeah.
And productive.
Yeah, he's been relaxed and productive. But normally when he comes in, he just gives points and just points when he's with me. So I'm glad that he gave lots of points with the audience, but today he's been able to talk about his personal journey, which is fine. I've never had him come out talk about a lot, honestly. Even with fasting, he just talks about the kids and the karate. That's what I heard. So thank you so much, Kamal. And if anyone is watching, guys, if you're watching from YouTube, please do subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching us, our social media, there's Nkosi Talk Shows group, and there is Unique Billionaire Mindset. And those who are watching, who are following me on my profile, guys, watch my videos. I'm gonna be on your back now. Watch my videos, or our friendship is overdone. God bless everyone.